Videos released by the House Oversight Committee show Hillary and Bill Clinton's depositions in Chappaqua over the Jeffrey Epstein investigation. And one moment did get a bit heated. Devlin has been combing through this 9 hours of video today, and he shares now what he found.
Yeah, it was a lot of deposition from each of them, over 4 hours pretty much for each one. There were also some significant moments in each of these depositions from the pair. The former president forced to answer some pretty tough questions, and Hillary pushed to storm out of the room when tensions flared, both wholeheartedly denying any wrongdoing.
Can the court reporter please swear in the witness?
Over 9 hours of new video released Monday by the House Oversight Committee showcases both former President Bill Clinton and his wife, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, vehemently denying any knowledge of Epstein's crime or any wrongdoing themselves.
There's nothing that I saw when I was around him that made me realize he was trafficking women.
I do not recall ever encountering Mr. Epstein. I never flew on his plane or visited his island, homes, or offices.
The couple's depositions part of the ongoing investigation into convicted sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein's crimes.
The girls and women whose lives Jeffrey Epstein destroyed deserve not just justice, but healing.
The former president acknowledges that he and Epstein had a brief professional relationship from 2002 to 2003 after he left office, and adds it was formed around the seemingly shared philanthropic goal of advancing AIDS research. The former president admits to riding on Epstein's planes and traveling to foreign countries with him on multiple occasions, and had to answer to this photo of himself in a hot tub, the face of a woman next to him redacted, released as a part of the Epstein files.
I have to ask this, did you engage in any sexual activity with this person? Great, thank you.
He was not on my radar. He was not somebody that I had any connection to.
Mrs. Clinton denied any and all personal or professional relationship with Epstein, and even said her deposition was, in her own words, a distraction from President Trump's inaction on aiding the Epstein investigation. There was also this moment.
I'm done with this. If you guys are doing that, I am done.
A fired-up Hillary Clinton,
Oh, for heaven's sake.
reacting in real time to finding out a photo of her in the deposition room was leaked to social media Thursday, allegedly by Representative Lauren Boebert.
It doesn't matter. We all are abiding by the same rules.
Eventually leading to Clinton storming out and the meeting being briefly taken off the record.
I'm done for now.
Now, after that moment right there was a break that lasted for an undetermined amount of time. The deposition did resume for another 3 hours without any other significant interruptions. It is, I guess, surprising that one of the most heated moments of this 9-hour deposition between the two came from something that wasn't necessarily related to the Epstein files.
You're exactly right, Ellen. Thank you.